I'm LeAnna Beach with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. I'm a local realtor, and today we really do have Janelle King. She really does exist. I know that Cheryl for weeks has thought that she doesn't exist, but she does. And somebody will bring me, I brought the VIP magazine somewhere here that you were in, and you were in Friday's newspaper with an op-ed page. You have your own store. Is there anywhere you are not? I mean, I've seen you out and about all the time.
Yeah, it's to the point my kids like roll their eyes. They're like, "Mom, my teacher said they saw you again, like on the news or something," and I'm like, "Sorry."
But it's all good things.
Yes, so, doing things.
So tell me how you even started doing what you do. Because you are involved in what? Open Streets, Level Up, Workroom. You're the president of the Douglas Design District. You do Art Avenue Days. You do this little party underneath a bridge by my house. What is it that you don't do?
I do all the things. Well, I just, I was just interior designer, and I opened my store, and kind of, before we stepped out here, we're kind of talking about how, sometimes you need to be able to promote your business, but spend no money. And so I started doing events, and it was really just kind of my form of marketing, as well as giving an opportunity to promote others. And so second Saturday Artisan Markets is really what we host that once a month at my store. And so that's April through October, and we have local artists and food trucks and live music, and we just are trying to promote all things local. And it's now gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, and got involved from there.
And here you are. So this is a picture that Aaron Patton took of you.
Yes.
And Aaron Patton, by the way, bought a house from me.
Oh, really?
And I'm really good friends with his brother, Matt Amos. But there's a whole article about you in the spotlight on Janelle King, and this is in the VIP Wichita, and this was the December, but I will leave this here at the studio if you want a copy of it or something. But it talks about some things that you've been able to do. So you started Second Saturday, which is like food trucks and artisans in the parking lot, which I always run into my friends and buy stuff.
Great.
Come get some Little Lion ice cream.
Yes.
and then that developed into...
Well, it just, so my background is marketing, and I used to be a marketing director, and turns out I just really love throwing events and throwing parties. And so I started with the Second Saturday. I got involved in Douglas Design District and just found a real passion for getting involved and developing our neighborhood. And so Avenue Art Days was kind of the next big thing I tackled, and I think through that is where I was really able to establish so many of my the professional networking, and really getting more activated with the city permitting and licensing and special events, and learning through all of this, and met so many amazing people. And it's
so many
just
amazing
kind of
people who are willing and able to help with just different things.
Yes.
It's funny you say I'm going to have a party, and then it's kind of like the old story stone soup. We bring the stone and everybody else brings the vegetables, and then you have a big party, and that's kind of what you've been able to do.
That's a perfect example. Yeah, it's been insane. I mean, in 3 years we've done over 50 murals. We've engaged in so many different community partners. And
tell them a little bit about the app where they can see the murals.
Yeah, we just released a app for your phone. So if you, in your app store, you can go to, just search Avenue Art Days, and you'll see the Douglas Design District logo. It's like a triangle with 6 colors. And it's awesome because you can walk along, and it's in, I don't know what you call it, real time. So it'll show you wherever you're standing, what your nearest murals are. You can click on them. You can find out who the artist is and when it was installed. Or if there's just a certain mural you've seen other people taking selfies with, you can scroll through all the murals and then click on it, and it'll tell you where you can go actually find it.
Right. So then Avenue Art Days is kind of like an auction for the art that people put on their buildings.
So Avenue Art Days is a weekend-long event in which we partner private building owners, as well as we've done a little bit with the city, with artists, and we basically we get permission from all the properties without even knowing what art they're going to get, and then we have the artists all submit bids. we get to then play matchmaker. We pair them all up and award different artists each time. And from that, then we throw that party under the bridge, in which is kind of our fundraiser event. And so from there, that's where we will announce all the new murals that will go up for that year. And it's an opportunity then that people can sponsor them and help us maintain the event, because we do it, we have to provide all the paint, all the brushes, like
Yeah, and the artist provides the talent.
the talent and time. Yeah, and then we provide all the supplies, and they literally are like camped out there for a weekend.
Yeah.
So we provide them food, keep them
one of my
nourished and water.
One of my neighbors is the Nicole Strain.
Yes.
And I've gone out and just visited with her as she's painted and kept her busy for a couple of hours until the next person showed up, because it is mind-numbing at some point to be just painting a small area of what they're
Yes.
doing. So I think hers is kindness is everywhere. Or
She has two. She's got Kindness is Magic, which is over on Canyon Granite, like kind of almost Douglas to Washington. And she also has one behind Citizens Bank down at Oliver and Douglas.
Right. So if you're at the Hill, you kind of
Yes.
park right in front of where her property is. So as you can tell, I know a lot about Janelle and a lot about what she's doing. So what is kind of the next phase? This is what you talked about Friday in the op-ed of the Wichita Eagle.
Yeah, so Douglas Design District, the reason Avenue Art Day started was because back in '09, before I was involved in it, we had partnered with the city. They had put together a full infrastructure, like streetscape plan for Douglas all the way from Washington to Grove.
And that's kind of what they're working on the corner right now at Hydraulic and Douglas
Yes.
that is causing a lot of those businesses. And if you can get down and visit those businesses, it's Tanya's Soup Kitchen, the Donut Hole, Palladio, Hopping Gnome, Jimmy's Egg.
Yes.
Those businesses have lost about 50% of their business right now because just the streetscape is going on. But it should be done in
Construction, yeah.
3 more weeks.
Yes. Unfortunately, this has been a really cold winter, which has really slowed progress. But hope that'll be done soon. And yeah, they went ahead, they got money to do that intersection. So they're going ahead and finishing it to the greater plan that's going to go all the way from Washington to Grove. And things like medians and bump outs and little parks and trees and new light fixtures and, all these things to make it feel more walkable and safe and bikeable and just more attractive.
Yeah, and they've talked about moving the bikes also, getting more bike rentals in that particular area.
Right. We're trying to increase like all the things that you want in your like neighborhood community, like and what people, I think seek out in other cities.
So we've ran out of time. Okay. But we're going to have you come back before the Level Up party, before the Open Streets party,
Yes,
and talk about
all
everything
the
else.
things.
So we will be back. But the reason we bring her on is because it's the neighborhoods sometimes that bring people to a neighborhood to want to buy. So one of the things you always want to see is that. So.
Thanks.